Hey, thanks for coming by. It's me, Mr. Banjo. See? Mr. Banjo used to be Willard. Now it's me. I'm Willard now. I'm Mr. Banjo. How's it feel, Willard? Hurts, doesn't it? All right. Let me get into my show clothes. Get out of my street clothes. I feel like Mr. Rogers or something. But I'm not Mr. Rogers. I'm Mr. Banjo. If you see Willard, tell him what's happened. He's not Mr. Banjo anymore. All right. As you know, every Tuesday I do 2 sets, one at 7 o'clock London time, one at 7 o'clock New York time. You're here for the New York show, even though I'm in North Carolina. Excuse me. So, grab yourself a cup of cheer, watch the snow fall, pull up a chair, and let's get down to business. Since I'm Mr. Banjo, I'll start with a banjo song. I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. I'm climbing up into the rafters. I'm gonna clip that angel's wire. I'm gonna lock the factory doors and let them sweep the ashes away. If you was holding out for the union to save you, I guess you just turned up on a bad day. 'Cause this time I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. And I'm getting drunk like Ulysses S. Grant. I'm going down to Antietam with a quart of bourbon in my hand. Well, I'm gonna kick the shit out of Vicksburg, strip the silver from that dime. You'd better hope that the Confederacy come to its senses before I start drinking, because this time I'm gonna get fucked up like Ulysses S. Grant. And I'm caving in like a Pittsburgh mine, just as black as a Tuesday in 1929. Well, gonna kick the, don't you know I'm gonna shake it like I was from Memphis, Tennessee. And when the timbers start to rattle and the walls come down, there ain't no two below midnight, got nothing on me. Well, this time I'm caving in like a Pittsburgh mine. And just as sure as Jack Ruby's gonna set things right, well, there's always daybreak at the edge of night. And this time I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. All right now. I'm blowing in the last blizzard of the year. I'm giving up on the church like I was never even here. Well, I'm gonna sink down in the springtime and burn out the roots like a frost. Ooh, I'm gonna leave the county at the mercy of the salt trucks. This heart is as black as any union boss. Well, this time I forgot the words, like a root. And just as sure as Jack Ruby's gonna set things right, well, there's always daybreak at the edge of night. And this time I'm gonna burn like a sweatshop fire. 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 All right, there we go. Your first song of the night from Mr. Banjo. All right. I think after this week's show, I'm going to take a little bit of a break from these weekly live streams, get some writing done, get some recording done. I'm thinking about starting a new project with the band. You can follow what I'm doing over on my Patreon page. I'm really hoping to get more people on over there because it's like a little area that has nothing to do with Facebook or anything like that. So if you got a couple of bucks a month to chip in for something like that, please go to my Patreon page. It means the world to a guy like me. I know you might have been stung by Willard in the past, but I'm not going to treat you the way Willard did. Now that the crown has been passed to the new Mr. Banjo, things are going to be different. The old administration is on its way out. You got somebody with experience now, somebody you can trust. I've been working with the banjo for like 47 years. I know what I'm doing. So long, Willard. All right, what are we going to do now? All right, here's a song about the life of a crime scene photographer in 1930s New York City. It's in the key of A minor if you feel like dancing. The song's called Call Off the Investigation. Well, the killer's hands were all that the photograph revealed. The evidence is gonna take time to bloom, but the image has been doctored and the negatives are scarred. We will never know what happened in that room. Well, questions like those are hardly worth erasing. Well, it ain't too late to call off the investigation. No, it ain't too late to call off the investigation. Well, the officers attendant, they were always polite and happy to refill your mug. Well, I'm gonna clock out early now that the paperwork's in order. You'd think that hole was already done. Oh, a schedule like that gonna eat up my whole vacation. But I got half a mind to call off the investigation. Yeah, I got half a mind to call off this investigation. Oh, that sound in the basement's just the termites digging in the wood. Well, I'm gonna climb, well, the rafters grow thinner and the floor start to sag. You promised you'd always let me know. But tonight your heart will grow a hood. Well, there's an old steamer trunk in the corner. I know the lock is rusted through, 'cause I tried all the letters that he wrote, but never had the guts to send. Some strings will never be tied. Bloody footprints on the floor of the New Jersey transit station. But an anonymous phone call would have salvaged this whole operation. But he was headed out to Newark with a standby reservation. Well, he was sleeping on a bus out of town when they started the investigation. I only forgot a couple of those words, which is pretty good for me. You'd think that writing them would, you know, make it easy to memorize, but it's not the case. Seems like the longer I sing them, the less I remember them. Let's see. See if I can remember this one. A song about Coney Island. Coney Island is not really an island. I mean, unless you consider Brooklyn an island. This is about a bar out on Coney Island called Ruby's by the Sea. And Ruby's was a nice place to go drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, hit the jukebox up with a retired mailman, listen to Old Devil Moon, maybe a little bit of Al Jolson. They had all these pictures up on the wall of Coney Island in its heyday. You sit there drinking out of a plastic cup, looking at pictures of people from years ago having more fun than you're having right now. Well, you can still hear Al Jolson on the jukebox at Ruby's, on the boardwalk between Stillwell and 8th. But the music sounds small and the pictures on the wall make you feel like you've missed the parade. And while we're sitting there drinking, you could hear the people screaming and the tracks rumbling from just down the way. The Cyclone was a roller coaster built in 1913. It's quite thrilling to ride on because it always feels like maybe this is the last time this motherfucker makes it around. And the photos from the old days, like a star that's grown cold, but the faces just don't raise a spark. And the cyclone still shakes, but the sound that it makes, I don't know one remember Luna Park. And how I wish that I'd been there back in 1903 after dark, when they would light the place up like the daytime. I don't know one remember Luna Park. And the ashes from Dreamland and Steeplechase Park have long disappeared down the coast. And the memories are faint as that blue and red paint, and they break like the bones of a ghost. And they cover it over with that Coney Island blue. I don't know one remember Luna Park. I don't know one remember Luna Park. And how I wish that I'd been there back in 1903 after dark, when they would light the place up just like Blackpool. I don't know one remember Luna Park. I don't know one remember Luna Park. No, don't know one remember Luna Park. I don't know one remember Luna Park. I haven't done that one in a little bit of time here. I remembered most of it. I'm pretty proud of myself. Here's to you, Mr. Banjo. You can call me Willard, if it makes you more comfortable. I know that, this has been the way of things for quite a few years now. So you can call me Willard for now. We'll get around to things. Things will get more comfortable as we move ahead. All right. Let me try, here's a new-ish song. The song is about World War I, the Great War, the war to end all wars. I'm glad we got that out of the way. It'd be a drag if wars were still happening. It's also about the 1918 flu. It's called the Armistice Day Parade. There's soldiers in the dance hall, several streets away, and through the open window we hear the victory parade, and I can catch the shape of it as the music starts to fade. Stand in the mirror and listen to the sound of the parade. They're shouting in the streets tonight, and nobody's getting any rest. There's a mirror on the bedroom door, and I hear you getting dressed on Armistice Day. I pull my hair up in a braid. And stand in the mirror and listen to the sound of the parade. A bird flew in the window, now everybody's got these blues. All our prayers have been refused, and we're distracted and confused. How could you treat us this way? Stand with me. Stand with me on Armistice Day. Killing stopped and the boys come home, but they brought this goddamn flu into Boston or Philadelphia, even Denver got it too. My older brother made it back from Italy, but my younger brother stayed. Listen to the sound of the parade. It slipped across the border like a pebble in our shoes, like a barely noticed bruise, and all our prayers have been refused. They all just drift away. So stand with me. Stand with me on Armistice Day. I don't know if that's the way you remembered it, but back in 1918, I remember clearly, you know, my wife had the flu, and she had quarantined herself in her room and put a mirror in the doorway. And I used to stand there so that we could, you know, look at one another without exposure. And eventually, couldn't stand the separation anymore. And I went in the room, and neither one of us lived to tell about it. So at least it ended up being a good song for Willard. I should do something that's like not so bleak, huh? I've got all these sad songs and crime scene photography and presidential assassination and killer roller coasters. Alright. Here's a song that's not about anything at all. This is just a rock and roll song. It's called No Soap Radio. And if you know what that means, you're probably a jerk. Because it's a joke. Look up the No Soap Radio joke, and you'll realize that it's just it's not a real joke at all. It's just a form of cruelty to the people around you. So if anybody ever says to you, you know, an elephant and a zebra are taking a bath, and the elephant says, pass the soap, and the zebra says, no soap radio, and everybody starts laughing at the joke, you leave the room, you spare your dignity. Hey. No soap radio. Another bullshit story about what happened in '63. Well, how come it's always Texas when there's a murder on TV? Well, you know that you're in Texas 'cause there's a murder on a TV screen. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. No soap radio. Oh, no soap radio. Hey. Another bloodsick maniac out on a campaign trail, like mercury in the water after the revolution fails. Yeah, there's a shadow on your doorstep after the revolution fails. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. No soap radio. Oh, no soap radio. No soap, 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 no soap, no soap. Well, I know that my days are numbered. Well, I can feel my heart expand. I know the venom is in my blood, by the mark upon my hand. Yeah, the venom in my blood and the mark upon my hand. Well, the venom in my blood and the mark upon my hand. Yeah, the venom in my blood and the mark upon my hand. Well, don't you know you get that signal everywhere you go? From New York City to Mexico. Oh, no soap radio. 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 Okay. That one's really hard to do without the band. I feel like I'm like all sweaty. Let me take off this jacket. Cool down a little bit. I know it's winter, but this is wool. So, like I say, I've been doing this for a while. Since the pandemic started, we've put out a new Christmas song. We put out a single and a video from the Bipeds called Bury the Light. I did about 28 little videos called Fireside Chats. I've been doing weekly live streams for months on end. I'm going to take a little bit of time after this week to finish the writing projects that I'm working on. I got a bunch of new weird songs for you. And record. So if you want to be in the loop, the two best ways, kick into my Patreon account. It's like a monthly sustainer kind of thing, like NPR radio or something. You kick in like $2 a month or $5, or if you're feeling flush, you can do more. I want to get up to 75 followers by the end of the year. That was my goal. I don't know if I'll get there, but it'd be pretty nice. And you'll get all kinds of exclusive songs and things like that. Or you can kick into the tip jar, which is, you'll see it down in the comments section or in the thing of the video. It's PayPal or Venmo, Curtis Eller Music. You can buy merch. We got vinyl records. Always a favorite of everybody. Flat black and circular. We got a whole bunch of different CDs we can sell you. I think I got Aerosmith. I got Journey. Asia. I don't know how that got in there. T-shirts. See, look at how good these look. Imagine I'm wearing this. And if you have to go out in your new T-shirt or go to your friend's house to play the record, you're going to want to get one of these masks to keep yourself safe and stylish. All right, that's my sales pitch for the evening. Please kick into the tip jar, buy some merchandise, or better yet, sign up to my Patreon page. And if you're flat broke and you just like coming to the shows, that's the best of all, because I like to sing for you. And I like to play my banjo for you, because I am Willard, Mr. Banjo. I also have a YouTube channel, so please subscribe to that. If I'm to be honest, I have two goals for this year. I want to get up to 1,000 YouTube subscribers and 75 people on my Patreon. Okay, I'll leave you alone with all that stuff now, and I'll get back to the show. Let me know if you got any requests. Are there requests? I think somebody's here telling me requests.
No, I was just wondering if you want to know where people are from.
Oh yeah, where are you watching from?
We've got a Vermont.
Vermont.
We have a Washington State.
Washington State.
There's Boston.
Boston.
There's Dawn and Ed.
Dawn and Ed.
There's a couple of Durham folks.
Yeah. All right. Oh, the cats are fighting out in the other room. What should I do? I'll do, kind of trying to stick to ones that people like a lot, you know, like sort of hit songs here. This is a song, you all know this one, do a lot, but everybody always wants to hear it, so I'm not going to see you for a few weeks, you know, while I'm working on these new songs. So song about pigeon racing. All together now. Join me. Come on. We'll practice a little. You get the best action back in the throat. down to the clubhouse. In so long you would think that it's a crime. It's just me and those birds every morning. Well, I feel like I'm wasting my time. And this coffee, it takes a decade to boil. And this ladder is like hell on my knees. But I'm up on the roof every morning like clockwork, and I watch them as they rise up through the trees. Well, it's the last flight of the Pigeon Club. You ought to come out this year. But these birds are just shadows of the birds back in my day. It's years and those records still stand. They flew 10,000 miles and back to Hoboken, where they took to the air. They would fly from my hand. But if these ones don't come back, I won't miss them. Well, I just know this is killing my health. And if they find someplace better to die than New Jersey, well, I'd probably go there myself. Oh, it's the last flight of the Pigeon Club. You ought to come out this year. And all in one voice. Okay, there you go. Something nice for you. Okay, I want to do the song one last time for the year. I wrote, as you probably, well, maybe remember from last week, or maybe you downloaded the single, every year people are like, have you ever written a Christmas song? And the answer, of course, was always, well, no, of course not. I don't do things like that. But finally, the pressure got to me, and I looked around for, American history. What's the most American Christmas story there could ever be? And I found it. In 1972, at the height of the Vietnam War, when peace talks broke down in Paris between the North Vietnamese Army and Henry Kissinger, Richard Nixon went into a blind rage and ordered a merciless bombing campaign of the north part of Vietnam. And over a 10-day period from December 19th to the 29th, I think, roughly, they dropped 20,000 tons of bombs on Hanoi and Haiphong. So I was like, that's the perfect American Christmas story. It says everything you need to know about, our culture. So I'm not going to be able to sing this song all the time. I'm going to sing it one last time. I know Christmas is past, but it's still sort of the season, right? Can I get away with it one more time? And then I'll put it away. Yeah, and if you sort of want to hear the whole band playing it, go to my Bandcamp page or subscribe to my YouTube channel and you'll find it there. It's called This Is Christmas Time, 1972. It's in the key of B flat if you feel like dancing. Oh my goodness. I think I'm allergic to my own cats or something. I got this cough. Maybe there's something going around. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Snow is falling. Everybody's here. There's something for every girl and every boy, from the Mekong Delta to old Hanoi. Richard Nixon got something that you won't believe. When the bombs start falling on Christmas Eve, and these American angels are singing in a voice so true, like bells ringing out a barrel in B-52. Don't you know we're talking peace with the Viet Cong while the fire's burning back in Haiphong? Richard Nixon always do what he say, and the bombs are falling on Christmas Day, and the napalm's burning through the night, and you can tell Uncle Ho Richard Nixon says hello, and this is Christmas time. Christmas time is here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I wanted a saxophone solo here, you know? We remember the day LBJ packed it in, haunted every night by the ghost of a Ho Chi Minh. Just remember, a lion don't need to walk like a lamb. Keep on rocking in Vietnam. Richard Nixon got a holiday message for you. Look out, man, here come Christmas 1972. And the napalm's burning through the night, and you can tell Uncle Ho Richard Nixon says hello, and this is Christmas time. Christmas time is here. It's the most wonderful time. This is Christmas time. Christmas time is here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Oh, it's the most wonderful time. Happy New Year to you all. All right, time to put that one to bed for a year, I think. I think it's going to be a classic. I think that, like, you know, like 50 years from now, it's going to be, like, incessantly playing on the radio, like Mariah Carey or Bing Crosby or something like that, and you're going to go, for fuck's sake, do we have to hear the Richard Nixon thing again? People are going to be covering it, you know, like Frank Sinatra Jr. He'll do a version. That's my hope, anyway. All right. Thanks for tuning in every week. All through the pandemic, I've been trying my best to be there for you, you know, with videos and songs and stories and live streams until we can be in the same room together. This is the best it's going to get. So I hope you'll forgive me for taking a little bit of time off, but I'm going to come back at you with some new songs, hopefully a new record really soon. I actually wrote a brand new song today about working on a firing squad. It's in the key of F minor. So you got that to look forward to. If you want to get a preview, hit my Patreon. And if you're, if you just want to like drop me a line to say hello anytime, I'll be here for you day or night. Just ring me up on the green telephone. I'll pick it up. I always answer. If you get a busy signal, it either means that the cat has knocked the receiver off the hook, in which case you should try the white line. That's my backup. So if you can't get me on the green line, get me on the white line. And if Willard answers, just hang up. Okay. And what time is it? 7:45. I think I got time for like one or two more songs here. Anybody got anywhere to be? No? You're here for the duration, huh? All right. People have been asking me to play this since lockdown, and I don't know that I've ever done it in lockdown. It just seems like a weird one to do without the band, and it's a weird one to do without being up on my feet and running around like crazy. But seeing as this is going to be my last get-together with you for at least a few weeks, I'll leave you with this song about an elephant that caused a lot of trouble down in Texas in 1929. It's called The Execution of Black Diamond. And in case you're wondering, it's a sad story. The elephant dies. My family contributes monthly to the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee for performing elephants, precisely because of stories like this. Performing elephants that got mistreated, Maybe I better turn down. Hang on a sec. This is a loud one, so don't want to blow your ears out. October 12th is hotter than hell in Texas. I guess the elephants just go bad this time of year. And Clara James had no idea what hit her. Oh, and we could have done something if we had our shotguns here. But Corsicana, Texas, it's a town without no shade. And we never should have let that freak show pass through here. And you got to send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because somebody's gonna take the blame, and it might be you. Well, send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because the old man always knows what to do. Well, I swear to God, I've never seen nothing like it. Well, the fender folded up like a Valentine, and the trainers broke their necks, but they couldn't do nothing about it. Well, the elephant's gonna be himself just one time, but the day will fall upon you, and the autumn will start to burn. You can wash your hands, but this stain is worse than wine. And you got to send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because somebody's gonna take the blame, and it might be you. Yeah, I send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because the old man always knows what to do. march Black Diamond through the streets of Corsicana. But they could not chain that ghost up to the trees. Well, he shook his head and he stumbled after the first shots. But even the bullets wilted in shame like a nest of bees. And there's a funeral born in the circus, like a stone baked in the bread. It was 49 before the elephant fell to his knees. And you got to send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because somebody's gonna take the blame and it might be you. Yeah, send a telegram off to P.T. Barnum, because the old man always knows what to do. And send a telegram off to John Ringling. And send a telegram off to Mr. White. And send a telegram off to the Cells Brothers Circus, because the old motherfucker always knows what to do. Yodeling, yodeling. Oh no, yodeling. Oh, good. All right. All right. Yeah, the old man always knows what to do. Dang. All right. I don't know what to do at the end of that song without the band to be loud and running around, but I hope that will do the trick for you. Here we go. Look, we got this elephant that can do that. Can you see it? I don't know. In the light. Yeah, this is a toy called Elephant Carry Plane. That's precisely what it does. I think that my camera has gradually been sinking. I keep watching it dip. So I'll move it up a little bit. I think I got... see, is my head in the frame? I can't tell anymore. I'll do one last song for you. Thanks for, being with me for all of this. I had my Monday series. I've had my Tuesday series. I've had the fireside chats. I've got the Patreon going strong, and that really means a lot to me, and the YouTube channel. So please join me. We'll find other ways to get together. It just will be a little bit different than this. So thanks for being with me. What do you got here?
Can you say hi to Tiago in Brazil?
Hey, Tiago in Brazil. Nice to see you again. How are you?
It's sad you're not going to be doing these weekly.
Oh, well, I'll find a way to make right by everybody. I hope I'm not disappointing you. Let me know. I mean, if it's a big disappointment, we'll work something out. I don't want to leave people stranded, but I'm working on new stuff. So, what should I do? What do you think for the last one? Busby Berkeley, Buster Keaton?
Yeah, something, Busby for sure.
Okay. All right. We'll end with the usual suspect. This is how I like to end most of my shows these days. Song about 1930s Hollywood choreographer Busby Berkeley. You probably know his work, and you don't even know it. Busby Berkeley, the fruit dance that Carmen Miranda does, with the fruit hat? He choreographed that. And most importantly, he choreographed that thing where all the dancers create, like, the camera's looking down, and they create this kaleidoscope with their legs and stuff. And like where they go like that, and the camera goes underneath them. He invented that camera moving around amongst the dancers, and fills me with great joy. I know we're all a little bit concerned about life and death these days, because there's a lot of death going around. Shit, especially in America, it seems. Although Brazil's not great at the moment either, is it, Tiago? And whoever might be watching from the UK, I know you got this new strain out there, and I know you're locked down, so my heart is going out to all of you people. We're going to get through this, and there's going to be live music on the other side, and I'm going to be there for you. And I'm not stopping the live streams. They just won't be every week. So I'll make sure you know when they're happening, and hopefully I can get the whole band in them. We'll do them like outside where it's safe to breathe and all that stuff. And we're not done. We're not done. Things are just going to be changing a little bit. So here's a song about having the one and only Busby Berkeley choreograph your funeral, because that's the only way it should be. I do not have to worry, because I know what's in store when the angels crowd around and cast their shadow on my door. And there will be no sorrow when they call the final dance. Well, I don't mind, because I made arrangements in advance. I left instructions for my funeral with the camera crew. Take me down to MGM, they'll know what to do. Tell these Hollywood angels the time has come to gather round, and there will be no sweeter sound. I want Marlene Dietrich singing Lily Marlene when they send me down to the front line. And if it's got to rain, well, I want Gene Kelly dancing so I can rise above my fear. Hey, look, the gang's all here. That's Carmen Miranda to wash away my blue. Esther Williams drinking champagne by the swimming pool. Hey, that's Rudy Valley singing in that sweet baritone. Somebody get on the phone and get me Harpo Marx up on the bandstand. I need a Hollywood miracle, a brand new show, a Busby Berkeley funeral, don't you know? I want a Busby Berkeley funeral, so these blonde-haired angels see just how we roll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. Hey mama, you heard me right. I want a rainbow shining down me in sweet black and white. Crank up the camera and let Sam Goldwyn know. Well, it's time for me to go. Oh, when this old heart grows weak and slow, I kill the house lights and hit me with that celluloid glow. All right, everybody, sing it with me if you know it. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral, just me and Judy Garland going out for a stroll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. One more time, a little bit louder. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral, just me and Judy Garland going out for a stroll. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. Let's do an extra one just for the back row. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral. Swing down Hollywood and save my soul. Call out the chorus girls to dig that hole. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral. That's right, a Busby Berkeley funeral. I want a Busby Berkeley funeral when I go. You that seems like a show to me. And don't worry, I'm still going to be here for you. You can hit me up anytime on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or Patreon, any of these things. And I'm going to keep putting out videos. I'm going to keep putting out little sneaky new songs. I'm going to probably once in a while do a more special live stream, something like that. But you're going to have to look for me because I don't know when it'll be. So let's all get some rest. I'll see you again very soon. Happy New Year. 2021 is going to be fucking great. I promise. You have my personal guarantee. Me, Willard, the new and improved Mr. Banjo. How's it feel, Willard? It hurts, doesn't it? Well, it's mine now. I'll see you over the rainbow.